Good morning, second grade. Miss Fogelman here today for your writing lesson. Let me share my screen so that you can see the slides. Okay, so I know the date on this is not correct, but this is a lesson that I wanted to make sure we did today. Our learning target today is that today I want to teach you how writers reread to check and see if all the key questions have been answered. Who is this about? Where are they? When is this happening? What are they doing? And how and why they are doing it. Remember how writers reread their writing and revise it to make it even better. Writers don't just write and move on. We go back and revise and add more to our writing. So revising means that we're going back into our writing and seeing where we can make things better, make things more understandable for the reader. So it is not something where we sit and we write and then we're done. We go back, we reread it. We sometimes have other people reread it. That way we can make it the best piece that we can. Now, watch me as I reread my chapter to make sure my writing is clear and all the questions have been answered. Model revising to add more to answer a question that was not answered. Okay, so here's chapter 3 of my How to Make Chocolate Chip Cookies. I'm going to read through and model to you my thinking as I read my chapter. In order to make chocolate chip cookies, you must first mix all the ingredients or things that you mix together in the kitchen to make a delicious cookie. Now, one of the things I would want to make sure is, does the reader know what all the ingredients are? Okay, we may want to go ahead and list the ingredients so that the reader, knows what ingredients we are using. First, you need to mix together all the dry ingredients. Okay, so here we may run into a problem too because I said dry ingredients. I didn't say what the ingredients were that are classified as dry ingredients. So I may want to go back and put that in. Then mix together the butter, white sugar, and brown sugar until smooth. Next, beat in the eggs one at a time, and then stir in the vanilla. Then dissolve baking soda in hot water. After that, add to the batter along with salt. Finally, stir in the chocolate chips. Keep mixing till all the ingredients are mixed together. Okay, so if you see, I found 2 places in my writing where my reader may not understand what I mean. So if I don't explain myself properly, they will end up mixing it wrong and not having cookies that taste very good. So I want to make sure when I'm the writer that I go back and double check that the reader is going to understand everything that I've put in my writing. Now it's your chance to try revising your chapters to make sure your readers can understand the information and are not left with questions after they've read it. Writers, find a chapter in your book, reread, and check and see if all the questions have been answered for your readers. Now today and every day, writers will revise their writing to make it clear for the readers. Okay, so before I let you go, I do want to show you a note that I left you in the, I was hoping by going out and coming back in. There we go. All right, so let me pull up your slides. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that you look for this in our slide presentation or our assignments and lessons. I left you a list of things that I want to make sure you have, because at this point in your writing, you should have each of these things. You should have a table of contents. That's your chapter titles. You should have chapter 1 drawn and written. If you remember, I asked you to draw out each major event in your chapter. Then you were supposed to go back and make those events into sentences. Chapter 2 with the same thing, then chapter 3. Then you were supposed to go back, make sure that you had at least 2 text features in your writing. My suggestions to you are either draw a picture, use bold words for the important words in your story, glossary or headings. You need at least 2 of these. So if you want to do bold words and then the glossary, because bold words are found in the glossary, that might be a good idea. You can draw a picture or use headings. Remember, headings are the things that you put before the paragraph starts. So if the paragraph is about pet grooming, your heading would be pet grooming. Your table of contents does not count as one of these 2. So you should have a total of 3, 2 that you do now and the table of contents that you've already done. So make sure you have everything that's listed here. If you don't, before you revise, you're going to have to go back and make sure you do it. Don't forget, we're coming to the, probably within about 3 weeks is the end of the quarter. These things are things that go into your report card. So make sure you're getting it finished. All right, everyone. Thank you. Have a good day.